And then if you want to ask questions, the only way is if you join our Patreon. So make sure you join the Patreon. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this guy's really cool. This dude is
Bolivian?
He's not Bolivian, but actually he might be. I don't know. He's in med school. He's a really good dude.
Wow.
He's asked this question that I feel like is really important, and now that Kalyne's here with us today, it'll be really good to hear from her. How do you maintain your confidence so it doesn't go into full-on cockiness?
There's a clear difference. If he can't tell, you stupid.
Whoa!
And feel free to join our Patreon if you want to get yelled at by Joe.
I think for some people that, you know, it's hard to find that line if it's your first time treading it. Don't you think?
Maybe explore a variety of different hobbies that you're not innately good at, so you can be humbled in it.
Oh, that's actually really good. You should have been the one to say that, idiot.
Can we start the video again?
Take her answer.
Start again.
No, that is really good. Yeah.
Confidence to cockiness?
Well, like what she said is that, like, if you take on different challenges, different hobbies, it helps keep you grounded and humbled. Yeah, that's true.
I think everyone is cocky as fuck, but some people are better at masking it than other people. Because I actually don't believe in this fucking humble bullshit where people are like,
pointing at her?
No, where people are like, where people are just like, I'm humble.
Well, that's a
you're not humble.
oxymoron.
Yeah, you're not. You're actually.
I think the people who are asking that question aren't going to run into that problem because they're self-aware enough to not be cocky, right?
Yeah, I guess. I think what Aris Escobar is asking is that I think he understands that confidence is a very admired trait in men.
Sure.
But how do you achieve that? A lot of men overshoot that a lot when they think they're trying to display it.
I think the difference is calmness versus trying to prove.
Calmness that's interesting.
Because so cockiness comes from insecurity. It always is generated by that energy of like I'm better than you. It's like, well, why do you even have to notice that? Yeah. Like that means you're focused on it, right? Or like you think you are the fucking best, and maybe you are temporarily, and you feel like on top of the world because you worked so hard for it. But that's a vulnerability because you're just like, your identity is so much into that external thing, it could be taken away from you. But confidence is a different feeling of like, it just almost seems like you don't give a fuck, but you do. But it's not like you give a fuck to where like you're like lazy about it.
Yeah.
It's more like chill about it.
Okay.
That's my take.
Also, I think you're worried about others perceiving it to be cockiness. Right? Because like there's some people who will always perceive confidence as cockiness, and that's a them problem.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not always your fault.
I mean, I think that this is actually a little bit more specific and nuanced, right? If he's asking about men showing confidence without going to cockiness, then it's relative to like why he wants to be in that position to feel or show that. So he's probably talking about like in a relationship or significant other, like attracting a partner, which in that situation, and this is an assumption, but in that situation there is a flare of peacocking that has to be done to show confidence, but to not come off as overly cocky, because I think that's different. If we're just talking about confidence and cockiness, then I think it's easier to separate that. Like you're fucking really good at something. You're a black belt in something. It's more easy to be like, I'm not gonna go around and wear my black belt because I already know I can kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? You're a white belt in that thing. You're gonna be like, yo, I just started this thing. Yo, you want to train? You talk about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's different. But if you're talking about in terms of a girl, you can't just be purely humble and not let them know things, because you need them to know that you either are self-confident and aware of what you are. You need to be able to communicate that. You need to be able to communicate what you want, but you just can't be cocky. That's probably more the situation he might be inferring, right?
Let me role play with Nick real quick. You give me the confident one first. Ready?
Me give you confident one?
Yeah, ready? As you can see, you are seated at an exit row. Are you prepared to assist with evacuation should there be an emergency?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am. You stand up. I am the one that will do this.
This feels overly confident.
Yeah. That's theatrical.
Yeah.
okay. Ready? And then I'll give me the cocky one. Hey, who's a teacher at this jujitsu place?
Excuse me. Hi, how you doing? My name is Nick. I am a black belt professor. How are you? Honestly, I was ready for the exit row situation.
That's the
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me the exit row one, I would have been like, I've opened so many exit doors in my day. I know how to do this. This is easy. Easy peasy.
Ask me again, same scenario, but I'm Nick.
All right.
No, I don't like this.
The dojo one?
Sure, whatever.
All right. Who here is the teacher in this Lionheart Jiu-Jitsu Academy anyway, huh?
Can't you tell, honey?
Honey.
Oh,
You like that? It makes you want to throw up?
I've
Throw
done
up
that.
over here.
I've
Throw up
done
over
that.
here.
I've done that a lot.
Honey.
I've hollered at a lot of ladies.
Have you ever done that?
When there was a sweet hot lady coming in, I answer like that. I go, hey, honey. I do something like that.
He's like, do I have consent to let you know who it is?
What is this audition?
We gotta give that character a name.
Yeah,
That guy.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
Yeah, what's
That's
that guy's
cool,
name?
Nick, dude. That's cool, Nick.
That's cool, Nick.
That's cool,
It's just
Nick.
his name.
That's cocky. That's cocky. Yeah, that's a cocky.
No, but you say that. There's no way you're hollering at no honeys, dude.
Cool, Nick is
That's a
crazy.
lady. That's a restraining order immediately. Don't you think?
He's asking for consent.
You're like, that's a restraining order. That guy's weird.
Escalated so quickly.
Try something on Subin. Let's see confident without going too cocky. Go ahead.
Go confident.
Give him something.
Yeah, give
Give
him
me
a
something.
scenario.
Give me
Okay,
something.
confident.
Just be confident. Don't be cocky.
Hello, sir. How you doing? See, hold on. Respond.
I'm doing great.
Hi. Can you teach me how to fire a gun? Subi, you know what?
Wait. Can you teach? I teach you how to fire a gun?
You're a firearms instructor. I'll try it again.
I'm the instructor. Hold on.
Can you? I've never shot a gun before. Can you teach me how to shoot a gun? Good. Nailed it.
Yes. I have never shot a gun before. Can you teach me how to?
No, you're the instructor. Damn it, Subin. One more time. Okay, hold on. From the top. I'm a customer. I just walked in.
Opposite day.
So I just walked in.
Oh, wait, I thought you're supposed to be confident.
Role playing. You're role playing.
Yeah, you're supposed to be confident. I'm
He's a confident student.
Okay.
He's a student.
Okay.
Well, who's a?
I'm a new patron. I'm walking in your store. I've never shot a gun before. And then you be confident, okay? Ready?
Be confident.
He's a confident teacher.
Hi, I'm looking to learn how to shoot a gun. Do you feel? Can you teach me?
Yeah, you see this, buddy?
You keep looking at me.
You see this, buddy? I could totally teach you how to shoot a gun,
Should you have your gun out like that?
especially if you know what you're doing. Absolutely, bud. What you looking for?
I don't know who's hitting on who.
Hold on,
Who's
dude.
confident?
We already know he's not.
This is my assistant. But what are you looking for today? Because you see, if you know what you're doing, you can have it out in public like this, bud.
That's quite confidence, too. That's pretty confident. But is that cocky as well? I think that was more cocky.
Can we reel it back into something realistic?
Yeah, let's reel it back. What's going on?
That was cocky.
All right, so for our boy over here, okay, so if we are inferring once again logically that it might be on like hitting on a girl or like presenting yourself or something like that, you put into a situation like an actual scenario, maybe like classic cliche, like at the bar or something like that, or going to a club. If you dress up like one homie from the Dragon's Den thing, you're wearing like a white button up with like a leopard color, or like
peacocking.
You're peacocking. That's cocky. It's where you're
That's
wearing
good.
like alligator shoes with like the metal tips. You're going over the top, and it's not something that's even in your natural identity. That you're coming off cocky.
It's over the top.
Right? But even if you're just dressed however it is you normally dress, but you are nice for whatever that space is, you can still go up to a girl and be like, and offer like, hey, can I buy you a drink, without being like, hey, I own the Lamborghini outside, right? There's two different, you could be confident even if you're a little bit timid with it, but just the fact that you're willing to approach and make a move is confident in a different way, you know? So like just, that's confident to like go for what you want without needing to flare and peacock in a way that's like, that's loud. Some girls might like that, but I'm just saying, I think that's the difference in that scenario. Confident versus cocky.
Today's video is brought to you by the Daily Drop. So traveling is one of my favorite things to do. And if you guys follow my personal channel, you guys be seeing me travel hacking, going around the world using points. And oftentimes you ask me, how do you do these things? Well, Daily Drop got your back. And they got really awesome ways for you to go around the world just like this.
Capital One miles are unique because you could use them to offset any travel purchase at a rate of 1 cent per point. No special portals or complex booking methods needed. Right now you can earn 75,000 bonus miles with Capital One's welcome offer on the Venture Rewards credit card. Plus the card earns 2 times Capital One miles on everything. If you're already daydreaming up your next almost as good as free trip, my friends over at Daily Drop wrote up 7 reasons why you need Capital One Venture Rewards credit card. Check it out using the link in the description below.
I don't know what the fuck you guys were doing with each other with this goddamn gun.
What we were doing too, man. He just put it on me.
He was supposed to be confident and be able to teach me, but that's why he put the gun out. So he could be.
Do you feel that you can you teach me how to use a gun?
That was a scenario.
No, but it's like yelling because he's on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to fire a gun?
I was trying to. I'm not an actor, bro. I'm just trying to be.
Opposite side of the range, like down the lane.
Excuse me, sir.
Did you have your gun out like that?
Kalyne, what's
our
up?
boy asking Kalyne?
No, he was just asking.
Kalyne,
Just the
can
group.
you give us an example that you might have
This
seen?
is probably the answer you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, us. What the fuck? What are we doing? Jeez.
He asked me to do a scenario.
I mean, I think I said what I thought in the beginning of this
Yeah.
video, but if I had
Now
to
that
give,
you've seen some nice examples.
To like refresh your brain a little
if
bit.
I had to give like an example of maybe what to do in his scenario, if it was a dating
If it was
circumstance,
right. Yeah.
I would like, what are you good at? What are you naturally
He's very
good
smart.
at?
I know he's really smart.
What if he's good at things that he doesn't want to tell you because he's like, I could put a ping pong in my butthole and shoot it out really far and put it in a basketball.
He does that.
Yeah.
That's more like a
Well,
quirk.
if you're,
Oh, you know what? You know what it is about him though that I do like? He already is very confident. He's a really like witty guy. He doesn't come off cocky to me at all, which is why I'm curious why he's asking. It might be what you guys said, where it's like maybe he doesn't know where it lands on a person of the opposite sex or something.
or maybe he's just overthinking it. He
Could be,
thinks
yeah.
that maybe he went to a thing and
And that's
that
not
he was
hot
natural
to do.
Well, no, that he was natural at, and he was confident in it, and maybe the girl took it as a certain way, right? Or maybe he overthought it, thinking that the girl took it a certain way. My thing is always find something that you're naturally good at, that is maybe you have some rapport with her, and do that thing. It's gonna come across natural regardless.
Yeah, the guy's gonna be a doctor. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what about if you're delusional and then sometimes you just have a lot of positivity?
You want to shadow me for a day?
Like, what if you're just delusional and sometimes you have a lot of positivity and then you think you're really good at something and then you actually suck?
That's
well,
a
then
problem,
you learn
yeah.
by experience.
Yeah, that's a
You know,
problem.
then there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
there.
trial and error. And if you got error 10 times, you better change something.
Well, I'm really good at a lot of things, but not like actually good. I'm like probably like on the 30 percentile on the bottom. But then I like to believe in my category, I'm actually pretty good.
Well, like let's simplify it. Like maybe you're good at bowling. Maybe you're good at like I don't know whatever activity that thing is. Something that you can take somebody to that you're naturally good at that makes you feel confident. I
Right,
think will
yeah.
allow yourself to
So
like
I think it's so hard.
yeah exactly.
Cool. Would you? This is just a random side question. If a person really believes they're good at dance and they're sending you videos of themselves and they're like, why can I not find any success? And they're sending you video after video and the videos are of them badly dancing, do you tell them they're bad?
That's unique. I've definitely never been in that situation before. They're using their skill at dance to find love.
No, they just can't find success at dancing.
Oh, at dancing?
Because they're unaware that they're very bad.
Oh yeah, I keep it real. I don't say you suck.
Yeah, what do you say?
Depending on the context of the thing, I might be like, what are you trying to do with your dancing to figure it
I want
out?
to be like you. I want to be famous.
You want to be famous?
Well, they think they're already really good, so it's hard.
Then I'll put myself down in my struggle of like what I did versus say why they're not gonna get it. But I'll be like honest, or I'll say for example like honestly the only reason why I was able to do what I do is because I don't think I ever went for fame. Like I just
wasn't the
did it because I loved it, and that's what made me put in the time to get my quality of movement to a certain space. And I just wanted to be original and fresh where nobody else looked like me, and I put all my effort into that. And then because of that, people gave me opportunity.
You wanna know what I say? I asked them to show you.
So that's why he's getting those DMs. Ask Anthony.
He punched them off.
What a reveal. That's probably like a 10-year bit.
100% what I do.
So Anthony's like, why do I get all these DMs?
Because what I say is that
Yeah, check your DMs now, Anthony.
no, because I say I don't really do that style, but you know who does and would probably be a better judge is Anthony. You should say.
And it's a guy landing on his head from a fucking
No, it's never
backflip.
that. It's never that. It's just a
It's always
guy
choreo.
doing like.
But there's some truth to that though, 100%, right?
That is hilarious.
They're good friends.
That's fucking
That's
hilarious.
so funny.
Because when you said like some people who don't know they're bad at something, that's a big tell as far as like confidence and cockiness because they have no gauge of either of those things when it's just illusion. Like that's just.
I get people asking for advice on like
Starting what, a YouTube channel?
everything.
Having a
I
mushroom
don't know
farm?
why. It's like, hey, but if you fucking ask me, just be ready, dude.
I don't want to know.
Also, if you're unaware of your skill qualifications, I mean, this is like seeping into other tiers. Maybe you're unaware of like how you present yourself in dating,
That's
or
what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you said this dude's gonna be a doctor, right?
This dude, yes. This is not. He's very good at everything I've seen him do.
This is not at all advice. This is just an opinion in like the way that like I perceived game when I was spitting game.
Cool.
I peacock now because I'm already married and I'm off the market. So now I want to flare my insecurities. But when I was
You're trying to show the ladies what they missed out on.
yes, but when I was in the game, I always thought to use my highest value or trump cards last. Never play them first. So even if somebody like knew I was a dancer or something like that, anybody could be a dancer. You don't go, here's my YouTube channel, you know, or here's my Instagram or whatever,
That's
or
cocky.
anything like that. You know, it's just like, oh, like if you happen to be asked, if you ask me what I do this. Like, what do you do? And
also,
then
side note, if a girl's interested in you, she already knows all that. She's already watched.
She's
your videos.
stalking
She
you.
100%.
But then if she does know that, then she might be measuring it too. Then she might be like, "Oh yeah, you used that card way too fast. Like that's
Right,
all
that's
you
why.
got." So like,
That's why you don't use
like
it.
he's hypothetically he's gonna be like a doctor. I'm not gonna come out and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be a doctor."
Yeah, don't talk about too
If
much.
she's asking me, then I'm gonna tell her exactly what she's asking me. But I'm not gonna be like, "This is the thing that identifies me" or whatever. Anything that I think that I actually have confidence in, that I believe is something that like I find value in myself, I'm gonna use that as a last tool so that I could just like really slowly play out like what is it that she finds interesting in me for me outside of what I think is like interesting about me.
That's pretty cool.
You're
Yeah,
a very
okay.
methodical man.
That's just my game though.
I've been called confident, but it was misinterpretation because I was just thinking about something else.
You just weren't paying attention?
Yeah, and then people be like, "Oh, you're so relaxed," or like, "You're just, oh, you don't care what people think," and I'm like, "No, I'm just impulsive and unaware."
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty confident,
Super
dude.
proud.
Indirectly works in your favor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, you're at the club and you just, you're at the bar, you're just relaxed. You're not even uptight. You're doing your thing." And then I was like, "That's because I'm here, but my mind's somewhere else, and my face is just like looking like I don't care, but I'm probably thinking about a game of Risk, the board game, because I just started picking it up with my friends."
Like you're being philosophical.
Okay.
No,
Like
like
the
the actual game.
Yeah.
And I'm at the club, and I'm like, "This is boring. I don't care about the girls. I want to go play that board game with my friends."
It's a good problem to have, yeah.
And a lot of the times that you get the one night stand and the surprises is when
They're drunk as fuck.
that's predatory.
Whoa.
That's Anthony's game.
He has to tell you. That's predatory.
It's when you least expect it, and it's when you're not trying.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard to do though. I will admit. Like, remember?
You're just having a good time, and you're not even aware that someone is admiring you.
Yeah, that's difficult. It's
And
like,
she's flirting, and your head, and it's going over your head,
Mm-hmm.
and in her mind, she's like, "I'm gonna get him," and you're just like, "Everyone's so nice in this party,"
Yeah,
and you're just like, "Everyone's so nice."
That's the
I
best.
told you this story before. How like we had this friend. Her name was Cindy, and then they used to have Cabo Monterey used to have this Halloween party, or not Halloween party, some kind of party at their house. I think it was a Halloween party I went to. Yeah, the year before I went as like a crazy, super excited, overly social person, and it was kind of annoying probably. And then the next year, I don't know what had happened, but I was just like thinking about it a lot less, and I was way more chill and quiet. And then this girl was like, "You know, I never really noticed you until you were like quieter."
Thing to say though. But like also,
I didn't notice you
I don't
until you
believe
shut
that
the fuck
because that means that she did notice you when you were.
I think what she was saying is she didn't notice that I was cool.
I see.
I was probably just like annoying, and you'd have to tune me out.
I
Because I was
see.
talking too much. I was
get
doing
that.
I was
Yeah.
doing too much. I was trying to be noticed. But then once I was kind of like, it didn't matter. Then she was like, "Huh."
You remember that energy that you would have like back then, where like you would go to the club or something like that, and then there might be like a dance cipher, and in your mind like, oh, yo, this is my chance to like show off what
Right
I'm
away,
working on.
yep.
Which is chill if you're not giving a fuck about the opposite sex and it really is just a cipher. But half the time we was always thinking about the opposite sex.
Exactly. Yeah.
You think that windmill was gonna get you some pussy piss?
It was just you. It might.
Would a girl ever look at go, ooh, that head spin?
But then,
He's getting some tonight.
But what you don't realize is that sometimes when you're like just somewhere else off and the vibe is just right and you hearing the sick ass song that the DJ dropped and you just getting down but you ain't showing off, you just getting down.
Yeah.
And it's not like the difference is a girl could approach that versus if you're in the middle of a circle and you're trying to do like power moves and blow ups or like going off and nobody's want to dance with you and freak on you like that.
That's so
But if you're just catching a vibe but you got like that musicality or whatever, next thing you know, that's when somebody feels like you're approachable. You know, so it's like you still have the confidence, but you're not being cocky about it.
That's
And
why
I think
when I look
that's
at the
something.
windmill, it seems like a woman repellent.
It's actually everything repellent except for guys.
Yeah, honestly, at the club, the only thing you should be doing is hips and shoulders.
That's a good guide, actually.
No.
That's very good
Listen,
advice.
B-boys, stop. Your 6 steps, top rocks, it ain't it, man.
You are really just attracting the guys.
Yeah. You're gonna have some random dude come up. I always wanted to learn that shit, bro. I'm like, yo, fucking stink breath.
First in the circle. That's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Small movements and then those shoulders, hips, just ooh. You know what I mean? That's all you guys gotta do. Stop b-boying on the floor. Stop b-boying on the floor. It's whack.
Aris Escobar, take that advice. Stop b-boying.
Don't b-boy on the floor.
Shoulders only.
Keep it to hips and shoulders. Stop doing windmills.
B-boy, cocky. Hips and shoulder, confident.
Confident. Hey.
Hips and shoulders, hips
Good
and
luck,
shoulders, hips
Join
and
our
shoulders.
Patreon if you want to be able to have your questions featured
Yeah.
on the show.
Helpful dating advice.